Come here, bear. Come
Thirsty?
here.
Are you so thirsty?
Come here.
Thirsty.
Come here. Hey, Minnie. Oh.
Come here, you little animal. Hey, we're live. Hi, welcome to our questioning and answering session.
Thank you guys for asking so many awesome questions. I was reading through them today. You're asking really good questions.
Yeah, and a lot of them.
Some of which I don't know the answers to, but we'll do our best.
So these questions are coming from Instagram. So if you aren't following us on Instagram, hop on Instagram. We're Brad and Rach. We'll put the thing right there.
It's in the description box below as well. If you have any questions and you didn't know that we're on Instagram, or you don't follow us, or you're not on Instagram, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to individually answer anything we don't get to in this video.
Okay.
Let's get started. We're gonna try to rapid fire through them, let the kids play for a little bit. So we're getting really close to these guys' bedtime. Actually, it's like any minute. So we thought we would include them for a couple of questions, put them down, and then resume. Because everybody loves a dose of Bear and Lindell, or at least I'd like to think so.
Tanya, right out of the chute. If you had 3 wishes, what would you ask for?
A healthy baby.
Yes.
Morning sickness to go away. Okay, and you get one.
And I get 1 wish.
Uh-huh. I get 2, you get 1.
A full night's sleep.
Oh, good one.
The number 1 question asked is, when is Rachel going to the OB to get her date and how far along she is and all that good stuff?
It's a convoluted answer. We address it thoroughly in the vlog that's coming out on March 1st.
Which will be Friday.
Friday. So you'll find out Friday. Sorry to not answer your question.
Ricky, are you still going to plan in the future to plant the embryos?
Yes.
No.
You're hilarious. It definitely changes the dynamic of what we thought our family would be. So it is kind of an interesting concept for us to think of ourselves as a family of potentially 5 kids.
Yes. How are we preparing? Well, tomorrow I'm going to prison. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. Okay. Caitlin wants to know how she gets her 10-month-old to crawl.
Things that we did were just like supporting their hips while they were on their hands and knees in that position. We would kind of hold their hips up and then let them get through the motions without having the weight of their body. So you can also use like a towel to lift up their hips. Those are the best things, I think,
that's good.
To help them.
Paige has a friend who is having identical twins in 2 weeks. Any advice?
Oh gosh, about which part?
Get as much help. Never say no to help.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that was the best advice that we got.
Yes, accept any and all help. They say sleep when the babies sleep. That's just frustrating advice because there's not a lot of overlap. Just know that the first 8 to 12 weeks are going to be really hard.
Really
and then it's going to
hard.
get a lot better, like by the week. So if you can get through the beginning's hard. You have like the enjoyment of having a new baby, but the enjoyment was multiplied and exponentially as the weeks went on.
Are you going to try for a vaginal birth?
We'll talk to my doctor and see if that seems like something that's possible, and if so, then I would prefer a VBAC. Absolutely, hands down.
Nah. Are you worried about how the twins will react to a new baby?
A
little.
I think honestly they're going to be young enough that they won't really understand.
And hopefully they're so used to sharing already. I think it's a really good thing. Lyndall's a great sharer on her terms. Bear's just like super laid back, and Lyndall can take his toy and he doesn't care whatsoever.
Right.
But Lyndall's learning to share.
She is. I think we're gonna
put these kids down. We'll be right back.
One is asleep.
We're back. Kidless. Kind of.
The thing is, Bear falls asleep within minutes of being put in his bed. Like less than 5.
Mm-hmm.
Lyndall takes 15 minutes probably on average.
So somebody asked, how did you get the babies to fall asleep on their own?
We just made them fall asleep on their own.
Practice.
We were really careful basically from the beginning not to create sleep crutches, like nursing them to sleep, rocking them to sleep. We would always set them down while they were still awake, but really drowsy. So they just learned naturally to fall to sleep the rest of the way on their own.
Oilfield Wife asked what books about sleep you would recommend.
Precious Little Sleep. I've not, no joke, read
9, I think we counted 9.
9 books on sleep, and that's my favorite.
Precious Little Sleep. We'll link that below so you can click right on that.
I get it for every person that I know that's expecting a baby, I get them that book as their gift.
Sora Ruschel Bleski. What was your thought process on 1 or 2 embryos to transfer? We played the odds. Our doctor gave us a 50% chance of getting pregnant with 1, 75 with 2. So 2 it was.
It was more
And
like
2 it was.
40 and 75. But we were also okay with twins. So, and all of our family was like, go for 2.
Carly wants to know, do you plan on enrolling the twins in preschool in the future for more socialization? If so, at what age? There's a Montessori school around here that starts accepting kids at age 2.
We've thought about starting to incorporate that into part of their week. Not necessarily every day, but maybe 1 or 2 days a week.
Mama got Asana. Will you be getting a new camera? Yes.
Yeah.
We actually talked about that the other day. Yeah,
Sorry.
we'd have a lot of blurry shots. Sorry about that.
You'll get really great shots of our background, like our messy
Yeah.
living room.
Were you guys nervous to make the pregnancy announcement before you confirmed it at your doctor appointment? Rachel wasn't, I was.
Really?
Yeah. And somebody else asked about the timeline. Like when we told Rachel's parents, we said we were going to wait to tell everybody. And that's why I was nervous about it.
The thing is, we announced our first pregnancy, our IVF pregnancy, as soon as we found out, which was like before I was even 4 weeks. And then as soon as we found out they were twins, we announced that. And our thought process behind that is because we wanted to celebrate those babies for however long we had them. And just because it's possible to lose one doesn't make us feel like we shouldn't share that. I don't think we're scared of having to share bad news to the point that we don't want to share good news. I don't know if that's how I want to say it.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're prepared to share bad news with good news because we want to celebrate the good news for the time that we have good news.
What is something you think will be hard having a third baby, and what is something that you are excited about having a third baby? I'm Little Red. It's going to be hard splitting your time between 2 toddlers and an infant.
Just the logistics of holding them. And I don't know, I've never had a 20-month-old, so I don't know how often they want to be held. But right now, I hold these babies a lot throughout the day, and sometimes both of them. So holding or wearing an infant plus holding them, Bear and Lindell, I think that's going to be the hardest part.
I love Tanya. Ask for a shout out.
Oh, what are we looking forward to?
Oh,
A newborn.
yeah, snuggles. Because our babies toddlers don't.
They don't snuggle.
Not yet.
Not really.
Maybe when they get into watching movies, they'll snuggle again, but they don't really snuggle. Maybe right before bed they snuggle.
Yeah, like holding a sleeping baby. Just like I remember just being like in a euphoric state for like the first 2 weeks after the babies were born. It's a hormonal thing, I think, but like having that feeling of like, how could I possibly love another little human more than I love this? So.
Yeah. Nicole wants to know if we would like to visit Malta. Yes.
Okay.
Daily Margie wants to know if this feels different than when you were pregnant with the twins. It doesn't to me.
Really?
Yeah.
So far, and it's hard to compare apples to apples because I don't know how far along I am. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 8 weeks right now. I started throwing up around the same time, and I think I'm actually more tired this pregnancy than I was last time, but I'm also like raising twins, so that could be it.
Allie Mack wants to know, with the new baby, do you plan to breastfeed longer than a year? And when are we going to Kentucky?
Oh, Kentucky?
Yeah.
When can we come to Kentucky? I definitely plan to breastfeed and for at least a year, and then I'll assess at a year and see where we're at.
Emily wants to know if we're going to find out the gender. No.
No. I can't believe I'm saying no.
Coach Mago, are you guys more excited or nervous that you are now parents to 5+ kids with a miracle baby of the 2 embryos?
More excited.
Nervous.
I think it's going to be really hard in the beginning. I think for like the next 8 years of our lives are going to be some of the hardest years of our lives, but also some of the best.
Yeah, having the twins is just like the greatest joy ever.
So joyful. It is a lot of work, but it's the best. And what I'm most excited about is setting our family up for what it's going to be in the future. Like having more kids gives us more opportunity to have great interactions with kids for the rest of our lives and grandkids. Like you're building your legacy. You're building a large family that you're just gonna love forever. So
with 5 kids, we can have our own basketball team.
Exactly.
Selma wants to know how we're going to change the current living.
We have a couple ideas. Making a playroom under the stairs so that we can get the toys away. I'd like to kind of rearrange our bedroom and like declutter.
So it's
everything.
possible that we'll put the twins together. We're still debating it. We don't know
They just
yet.
are terrible at night right now with a lot of like night waking. So it's really daunting thinking about them being in there waking each other up.
Sit down.
Lay down, buddy.
Michelle wants to know, what advice do you have for someone who is going to be starting a medical professional school? Treat it like a job.
That's the best advice you give on that. Just treat it like your job. Plan on spending at least 40 hours a week studying or in class.
Study every day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, if you block time off to study and don't get behind.
I think being a doctor, I mean, you have to be smart to get into school. But like once you get into school, you don't have to be a genius.
It's hard work.
You just have to be able to work hard. Case in point. I love wintertime, 76.
I love wintertime too.
If you do? If you found out that it was twins, would you be done having kids? Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
I can't see any other scenario with our embryos besides them being our children. There's just no other scenario. So if this is triplets, then we're having 7 kids.
Meg wants an update on cloth diapering.
Basically, we're doing not inserts, we're doing pre-folds with covers. So if you know about cloth diapering, that's what we do all day. And then we do pocket diapers at night with 3 inserts.
Marjorie, are you guys going on another baby moon? I think this New York vacation that we're going on this weekend is a baby moon.
It has to count?
Yeah. Oh, are we going to go to another one?
I think we should.
We'll have to
We
talk.
deserve it, she said. We both deserve it.
We'll talk to Dennis and Barb about that.
Yeah, that's the thing, is childcare.
April, I know you said you had to take out your IUD before preparing for the embryo transfer, but since there was a very low risk of you conceiving naturally, why did you use the IUD?
I knew I'd get that question. Our chances of getting pregnant naturally obviously are not 0, and our doctor told us that. And then in the hospital, in the hospital they stressed, like, do you have a form of birth control? And we're like, we did IVF, and they were like, it doesn't matter. So I think just all those conversations and thinking about having Irish triplets accidentally, like getting pregnant 3 months postpartum with another one, was scary to me, and I just wanted to be sure.
I think I'm going to get a vasectomy.
Yeah, I think so too, for sure. You might as well.
Yeah, there's no reason.
And
If you have any tips for a man about to get a vasectomy, bring them on.
I'm sure it's really easy these days.
I think so. If you went through IVF this time, would you have transferred 2 again?
No.
Haley Bug, if you were to pick a different profession, what would it be?
I've always thought about being an elementary school teacher.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I think I'd be a dentist.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Just because of the money.
Yeah. It's like a lot of cash patients.
If you had another dream to live,
No.
I would want cash patients.
No, the reason is because they work a lot with their hands.
They have one of the highest suicide rates of any profession. I think it's the highest.
Yeah, I don't know if is that really true?
I think so. Optometrists have the lowest divorce rate of any profession.
And we're both optometrists.
Bulletproof.
So this is just, we're not going to get, but we do have multiples. So I think your divorce rate goes up when you have multiples.
So they cancel each other out.
But no, I love how a dentist works with their hands, but yet, they're a doctor.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess I could be
There's
a surgeon.
an artsy component to it.
A surgeon is like 15 years of training.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Pam Amend, have you been talking about names?
For baby.
Baby.
That's what Bear calls baby. Brad calls him Maverick. What was the girl name you came up with? Brad was joking, like when we first found out, he was like, it's boy-girl twins and it's Maverick and...
Something stupid. Oh.
Anyway, so now we call the baby Maverick. Well, you do. And another question that we were asked quite a bit is, do you have a feeling of the gender? If I had to say something, I feel like it's boy.
Yeah, we know it's a boy.
But we're not going to find out. And I had Lendl and Bear backwards. I thought A was a girl, B was a boy. So maybe my intuition's exactly opposite.
Miles asked, what are the odds one will have a name related to him?
Oh.
0% chance.
Yeah,
Miles,
not a chance.
He's my buddy from college. And yes, you can come visit in April.
What size clothes are the twins in from Carolyn Steinmetz? Do you buy off swap.com still? Yes. I was just on there the other day looking for swimsuits for the summer. And Bear is in like 18, 24 month-ish, somewhere in there. And Lendl is just now outgrowing 12-month clothes at almost 14 months. And she still has some clothes that are 9-month that fit her, so it just kind of depends on the brand.
Sarah wants to know what our favorite activities to do outdoors with the twins.
Go for walks.
Yeah, walks.
Boating when it's nice.
Yeah, boating. A and J Mom. Have you decided whether or not you're going to go through with the house plans and building now, or waiting until the baby comes? We're going to delay it just a little bit.
So we're not going to put everything off until the baby comes, but we're not going to rush it to try to get it done before the baby comes.
Right.
So
maybe just a delayed timeline.
I think if we just proceed as usual, which we're still in contact with the builders and our designer, and we're like getting logistics figured out, like if the house plan we want will fit on the lot, things like that. I think if we just proceed as normal, we won't break ground for at least 3 months. And so that's kind of the timeline we're looking at anyway. So we are, wouldn't you say we're just proceeding?
Yeah.
Currently,
Yeah.
but not with a rush timeline.
Yeah, just a delayed a little bit. Do you have an EDD yet?
Estimated due date.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No. It's killing me.
Stacy, do you plan on having your nanny come more often as you get further along in your pregnancy?
I haven't thought about it.
Well, I'm getting another job.
We've been leaning heavily on our nanny lately. We've had a lot of like miscellaneous stuff come up and we've been working extra, and she has been stepping up to the plate every single time, and she's awesome. So I'm sure if like things get hard in my last trimester, she'll be available to come help. And that's a really good thought, because that's what I was worried about, is at the very end when I'm getting immobile, how am I going to do that? And so that's a good thought.
Alyssa, are you open to arranged marriages? Just kidding, but seriously, I think Bear and my daughter would make a pretty gorgeous couple.
Oh, that's funny. Send pictures. I mean, is her personality cute?
Yeah.
Are you guys cool? Because we'll be seeing a lot of you.
The Lady Eve, will you be homeschooling the children? How blown away were you both finding out you were pregnant?
Blown away.
I couldn't have been more surprised.
I mean, I was 50-50, I guess. It was weird. I was 100% surprised and 100% not surprised at all. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
The first question was...
Will it be homeschooling?
We've been discussing schooling options, and that's basically where we're at.
Yeah. It's a discussion we'll have.
It's an ongoing conversation that we started not long after they were born, and we don't have a clear answer.
Vanessa, what 3 tips could you share for first-time parents? Probably the same as what we gave.
The twin one.
Yeah.
The first 8 to 12 weeks are hard. Something I wish I could tell myself is all of the problems that you have within the first year and probably onward are really short-lived. So like when Lyndall wouldn't take a bottle and would only breastfeed, and when Bear wouldn't drink out of a sippy cup, and what other things were like that felt like a big problem. For a while, Bear wouldn't eat solids.
Getting them to use a sippy cup.
Yeah, I said that already.
Oh,
when you were reading.
Yeah, I was.
All of those things really only last like a week, and then it's over. Like
I had to talk Rachel off a ledge pretty much with every transition that we did.
Yeah, but everything is so short-lived. Things progress so fast the first year. So try not to get so hung up on things that don't seem like they're going perfectly, and just kind of embrace it and enjoy the good moments, because all of those things are out of your control anyway.
I wish
I could tell myself that.
I think Rachel was super nervous because like breastfeeding, she felt like she was like the sole source of their nutrition. Mm-hmm. So I just put it
extra pressure.
Exactly.
And I wasn't like a proven breastfeeder, so I didn't know how my supply would be, and it was just like all a big question mark for me. And to off the bat have to nurse twins, that was a lot.
Brian and Jen, their daughter, asked when she can meet the twins that are on TV. The twins like us, but they're not actually twins.
That's cute.
14 kids, 2 parents. Dang. Do the twins still have separation anxiety, and then how come you didn't name them kids Bear and June?
It's a good question. Well, I didn't know I was going to call Lyndall June so much, honestly. I didn't know I would use June at all. It just kind of fits her. Mm-hmm. And Bear, we planned on calling him Bear. Berend is a family name, Berend. It means brave as a bear in German, so we planned on calling him Bear from the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I don't know why. I mean, I guess to
honor your family.
Yeah, and I like the name Berend,
I was going to say we love the name Berend.
Mm-hmm. What was the first question to that? Wasn't there another? Oh, somebody asked if I'm
Separation
keeping.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Not as bad. Not nearly as
It's
bad.
not.
I think when you weaned them off breastfeeding.
That was another one of those things that was like, I don't think this is ever going to end. And then a couple weeks later, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
And you guys all told me it would pass. And I think I've
I did
learned.
too.
You did. Yeah, I know. I was really overwhelmed by that because I just had some really hard days. And I took a lot of advice, which was really well-meaning, that was like, you need to set boundaries and tell her that she needs to wait or that you can't always hold her. And so for a while I was like really diligent about not picking her up immediately, and it just made things so much worse. So when I got through that and realized like I just need to pick this girl up anytime she needs me to and hold her as long as she needs me to, it got a lot better. But I still find that there's days where I'm holding her a ton and I feel bad for Bear. And
Although he doesn't care.
he is so good at like playing independently, but like sometimes I'm sure he wants to be held too, and I feel guilty. And I don't know if Bear is so independent because Lindell's so needy, or if Bear is just like God knew to give us only one really needy baby. Probably the latter.
Yeah. The life of a laid bear. Are you going to do gender predictions?
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, Amy. Of course we're going to do gender predictions.
I need to text you back. That's a good idea. We should do gender predictions. I was so glad to see that you texted. It's been a while.
Emily Wilson. Was Brad a U of I cheerleader? I know the answer. I went to a game once because my mom used to work with Linda in Illinois.
Oh, funny. Yes, he was a cheerleader in college. He's so strong. He sometimes puts me up in scents in the swimming pool. Sometimes not in the swimming pool, too.
I don't know if we'll do that this summer when you're pregnant.
Probably not.
Do
you want a boy or a girl? I don't have a preference at all.
HS Turner 91.
I just want it to be healthy.
Hey Sherry. Yes, we are going to do swim lessons with Bear and Lindell. We'll probably start next month.
Yeah, we both taught swim lessons, like in our high school days. Was yours in high school?
Yeah.
You taught. So we'll probably just take them to the local pool and teach them ourselves.
What's your favorite HelloFresh meal? And how do I get my picky husband to want to eat them?
The Bugatti tacos.
Bulgogi. Yeah, but we just had that bacon caprese chicken coming up soon. That was really good.
I think I like the tacos better.
But yeah, I think the bulgogi tacos. Just make them and make him eat them. He'll like them.
Grammy 11. Thank you for the excitement.
SNL 8791. Did you get phantom baby kicks after the C-section?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. It freaked me out too.
Cynthia, hello from the Millers in Mustang, Oklahoma. Hi, baby RJ. I wonder if you and Brad work a lot of the same shifts at your clinic. If so, how has that extra time together, even though you're on the clock, affected your relationship either positively or negatively?
I kind of wish we worked together. We're in different buildings when we work at the same time.
We work for the same owner. He owns multiple practices, so we're in different locations, so we don't work together.
We don't overlap.
We text constantly all day.
When we were externs in school, we did work together, and we work really well together. We can spend a whole work day together and then come home and spend the evening together and never butt heads. We would do great working together if that does happen someday.
Yes.
I mean, I'm speaking from...
No, it's true. We've done it, like when in school we would literally spend 24 hours together. Emily St. Pierre, do you guys follow a monthly budget? If so, could you give a high-level overview? We do follow a monthly budget. We used to be a lot more strict than we are now, but we're getting back to being more strict. High-level overview, Dave Ramsey. He has an app called Every Dollar. I would check it out if I was you. I would start by reading his book, The Total Money Makeover. It'll make you a millionaire someday.
Yeah, we just have large categories. We have our what we call our concrete outbound money that is the same amount that comes out every single month. And then we have a flexible outbound money, which is like gas, groceries, things that they're like a sliding scale, but we know about how much they are. And then we have like the chunk that's left over that's savings or free money. And so that's kind of like our big categories.
Target fangirl.
Hey, Target fangirl.
How many children do we think that we were going to have when we were talking about 2?
2 to 3.
But no, we're having more.
And then at a time, we were like maybe 1. We went through a phase where we were like, we may have 1 kid.
We have picked a house plan, however, we're trying to modify it just a little bit. We're gonna have all the children's bedrooms on the same level as ours, but have a lower level that will also have bedrooms so they can move to those in the future.
Anything you said you wouldn't do as a parent that you do now? Sadie G, that's me.
Give them our cell phone every once in a while.
We don't do it very often.
No, it's pretty rare, but we do it.
Yep, to get through diaper changes and car rides.
Well, our battery's about to run out.
And this is a long video.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry if this wasn't super fun or entertaining, but we tried to answer as many questions as we could.
Absolutely. Thanks for everybody who commented on our Instagram.
Very sorry if we didn't get to your question.
We're honored and humbled by how many people that are like involved and really passionate about our lives.
And care about our children.
Yeah.
It's cool. We were just texting today like, this is really something special. So we're so glad to have you guys. If you have a burning question that we didn't answer, please leave it in the comments below. We'll try to reply to all of the ones on this video and answer anything that didn't get answered. We're really sorry if we didn't get to it, honestly.
All right, have a great rest of the night and look out for future vlogs.
We'll see you next time.